Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Obsession. Peter's Reality TV Possession. Because I'm possessed by reality TV. You know why? You know why? Boost! Because Love After Lockup is on tonight, and I cannot wait. Because I'm obsessed and possessed by that show. But welcome to That's My Opinion with Peter Mon. No. Welcome to Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions. Today, we're going to talk about the double eviction and the zombie twist that occurred last night on the live double eviction of Big Brother. And I want to share some of my opinions about that. Listen, Linda, okay? I put up this video yesterday. Okay, I was having such Wi-Fi problems. I wanted to get that video up like hours before the show, because I was like, okay, if I get this up hours before the show, people will watch it going into that, and then it'll be funny to see if my predictions come true. I was like, oh, my predictions are going to come so true, right? Well, first of all, I had major Wi-Fi problems. The show started at 8 o'clock, and I think that I got my video up at like 12 after 8 or something like that. So I think already one eviction had occurred by the time that my video was up, right? And then I'm watching, and I'm like, okay, I gave 4 possible outcomes. 4, okay? It wasn't like I said, this is what's going to happen with one. I gave 4 possible outcomes of what could happen, and none of them were right. Well, I mean, I knew that Cameron would probably be evicted, but none of them were right, you know? So anyway, so I put in a pinned comment on my video, and I said, well, and I was wrong about that one. That's why I'm not a psychic, for good reasoning, and I'm not a psychic, okay? So, but I will say this, that the twist at the end of the show about the zombies with Cameron and Jared, who are the two people that were evicted on the double eviction, that, the whole zombie twist and all this kind of stuff, I thought what they were going to do, and now I found out what they are doing. It's not what I thought they were going to do. I think my idea was a little bit better, but I'll share that with you here in a second. But before I do, I want to share with you guys that several people tagged me in this. Several people sent this to me because they know that I love the show Traitors. The Traitors US. I haven't watched the British version of it, but I'm thinking about starting that. And I just want to say, before we get in this video, I was just like editing some of my other videos that I filmed out here, and my eyes look so tired today, probably because I stayed up till 7 a.m. watching TV last night. I was watching Invasion. I was like, you cannot just watch reality TV. You've got to catch up on your shows, like Only Murders in the Building and Invasion. I've got other shows to watch too. So I was catching up on my other shows last night. So anyway, everybody knows that I love the show Traitors. That's on, I believe it's on Peacock, right? It's a fantastic reality show. And I believe it's hosted by Alan Cummings. And it has like half reality stars. But I think this season it might just be all reality stars. But the first season had half reality stars and half just like people that were regular people, not reality stars. And then there were 3 traitors in the house, and you didn't know who the traitors were and things like that. And Suri Fields, who's on Big Brother now and was on Survivor, this is her 5th reality show. And I have a feeling that her and Jared are going to do like a celebrity version of Amazing Race, so that'll be our 6th one. I mean, she's literally like an icon, even if you don't like her, okay? I mean, she's like an icon, a legend within the reality TV world, you know? I mean, she's like crossed all these different, you know, things. But anyway, so she was on Traitors, and yeah, that's her 5th reality show, and she won the show. And what's interesting to me is that everybody that's in the Big Brother house watched Traitors because they reference it, and they know how she won, and that she literally threw somebody under the bus at the very last minute to get all the money, which I respect, okay? It's good gameplay. They all go into it, and they say, oh, this is just a game, right? And then when they get screwed, like that guy, I can't remember who he was from, he was from The Bachelor or something. He was so pissed that she threw him under the bus. If you guys watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm like, it's literally a game, and she just gamed you, okay? And it was a smart move for Suri to do that, so she got all the money, right? But it was kind of sad watching it, because the other 2 people that didn't know that she was one of the traitors, they thought they were going to get, like, that part was kind of sad to me, you know? So anyway, hey, how are you? My neighbor laughing at me talking out here. So anyway, but the season 2 of Traitors came out, and so they just announced the cast. Are you ready? Okay. So does it say on here, I'm reading this off of today. The Traitors season 2 cast reunites famous reality TV rivals. Peacock just released an official cast list for the 2nd season of the reality show. Does it say on here when it's coming out? It says Peacock, just me tweeting out the cast list. Season 2 of the Traitors US is coming soon. Okay. So it's for $250,000. Talks about Suri Fields winning on here. When does season 2 of the Traitors premiere? Peacock hasn't released a premiere date yet, but the new video on AX hints that another season is coming soon. Okay, so here's the Traitors season 2 cast, all right? And some of these people I know and some of these people I do not know. So the first one is Karsten Bergerson from Love Island. I don't watch Love Island. If you guys want me to watch it and cover it, I will. The next one is Chris C.T. Tamburello from The Challenge. I don't watch The Challenge. I don't know what he was on originally. I think you have to be on something to get on The Challenge, right? So I don't know him. What does it say? He was on The Real World Paris, it says, and then he was on The Challenge. I can watch The Challenge for you guys. I think it's on right now. Dan Giesling from Big Brother. He won. Considered to be one of the all-time best players in Big Brother. Dan Giesling unanimously won season 10. Okay. And then Deontay Wilder, known as the Bronze Bomber. He's a accomplished heavyweight boxer. And then I have no idea how to pronounce her name, but I don't even want to try attempt it, so I'll wait till the show comes out. But she was on Love Island. She's gorgeous. Okay. I just have to say, one of my favorite people, and I'm like almost done with Below Deck Mediterranean. I've never watched Below Deck. I've seen an episode here and there when we're like in a hotel room and they're like doing a marathon. But Kate, when she was on Traitors, she was so vicious, nasty, and bitter, and I absolutely loved her on Traitors. And they just kept her. She wanted to go home so bad, and they just kept her around because they knew that nobody would. It was so fantastic. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this one. Janelle Perzina from Big Brother. She's probably, and I know that a lot of people love to hate Janelle, and I understand that she's been very problematic and not a nice person at times, like about Nicole's wedding and all that kind of stuff, but I have to just tell you that I am such a Janelle super fan. She's literally one of my favorite Big Brother players of life. I mean, when everybody hated her and she was in the house and she had a household, veto comp, I was like, girl, you get it, okay? And they ended up getting rid of her, but you know what? She played a good game. And I think that's kind of why, for some reason, even though, like, other than Cameron being kind of smug, I mean, literally, he was talking about how his back has been against the wall the whole time. It has. And can you imagine being in that house and having to be worried about getting out every single week? And so I kind of like Cameron for the same reason. People are asking me, like, who do you want to enter the house next week between Jared and Cameron? Well, I would like Jared to go in because that would protect Suri's game. So Jared and Cameron are these zombies in the house, right? And they have an opportunity next Thursday to come back into the house, one of them. Okay, they have to do some kind of competition. I have a feeling Jared will win the competition. He'll come back in the house. I would like Jared to come back into the house to protect Suri, okay? But Jared is just, he can be very rude. I don't think he plays a very good, like, mental game. And so I kind of would prefer to have Cameron back in the house, in all honesty. Okay. Because I like an underdog that has to fight for his life constantly, right? And then Johnny Bananas, Devonzio from The Challenge. I don't know him. What was he on originally? Oh, he's going to be in the new House of Villains, which I'll be covering. It starts October 12th, I think. And he was on The Real World and The Challenge. John Burkow. It might be a newcomer to reality TV, but he is the UK Parliament's former House of Commons Speaker. I don't know why we would have him on... on Traitors, but okay, interesting. Kevin Kreider from Bling Empire. I don't watch that show. I think my husband watches that show. Oh, Larsa Pippen from The Real Housewives of Miami. Girl, you're going to have to shut down your OnlyFans for the feet while you're up on there. Larsa Pippen is not my favorite housewife. Okay, Marcus Jordan. And he'll be, what does it say? He'll be participating in something. What does it say here? Oh, that's right. Okay, I was talking to a friend of mine about this last night. That she's currently... So Larsa Pippen is currently dating Marcus Jordan. And so he will be on season 2 as well. And then, I cannot pronounce this person's name. Maxim something. Dancing with the Stars. I don't know. People have asked me to watch that show. I'm not real into the dancing. Oh my God, MJ from Shaw's of Sunset! Oh my God, I'm so excited! She's gonna stir up some shit in that house, okay? She's gonna be like the Brandy Glanville. And then Parvati Shallow from Survivor. I don't know her. I don't remember her if she was on a season I watched. And then Peppermint, who I absolutely love from RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. And Peter Weber from The Bachelor. Was Peter Weber on the original Traitors? But he's hoping to bring home the truth. Wait, maybe he has what? Okay, no. He's a good looking guy, isn't he? I'm gonna start watching The Bachelor because I have never watched it before. Oh, Lord, girl. Oh, Peppermint is going. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I can already see it. Peppermint and Miss Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, now married to Medicine. They are gonna team up. Okay, and I want to tell you this right now. I do not excuse anything that Phaedra did or lied about with the whole Candy and Portia Williams situation. I don't defend anything that Phaedra did. Okay, but Phaedra makes for fantastic television. That's all I'll say. Okay, Sandra Diaz Twine from Survivor. Don't know her. Okay. Oh my God! It's gonna be Phaedra and Peppermint and Sheree Whitfield from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who gonna check me, boo? This is my hands down. My good Judy Tiny Jean. It's her favorite. She'll watch. She won't watch Traitors, but she will. Oh my God! It just keeps getting better and better and better. Oh my God. Tamra Judge from the Real Housewives of Orange County. She is such a shit star this season. This is going to be an interesting Traitors. Okay, Trishelle Canatella from the Real World Las Vegas. I feel like I watched that one. Is that like an older one? She's been on the challenge. Okay, and that's it. So that's exciting. Okay, now let's talk about, so you guys going to watch it? I'm going to watch Traitors too. I cannot wait. I loved Traitors 1. It was so, so good, okay? I would literally get so nervous sitting there while they were around the table and they, you know, they would come for it. I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy, right? Okay, so Big Brother last night. So I got the whole thing all wrong. So what happened was they had the double eviction. Everybody, it was a unanimous vote that voted Cameron out, okay? So Cameron was the first person evicted. So then they did the head of household. Corey, smug-ass Corey, one head of household. Somebody referred to him online today as, like, they refer to these, like, 4 genius college students. And I'm like, I think you guys are giving, I mean, maybe he gets good grades, but I think you guys are giving Corey a lot of credit. Like, Corey does not figure stuff out unless people tell him, right? Like, he's acting like, yeah, like, I figured out the 7 deadly sins. No, Izzy told you about the 7 deadly sins. You didn't figure it out, okay? And he's acting like he's figuring all this this stance that he always does, and some of these mannerisms that he has. I'm just like, you are so smug, seriously, and it's gonna bite you in the ass, is what it's gonna do, because one of these people are gonna come back in, and they're gonna come and take you out, okay? And I think they need to get rid of, well, first of all, they need to get rid of America and Corey, okay? But Corey won head of household. It was so obvious that they were targeting Cirie to not get head of household that if I were Cirie, I mean, she already is worried, right? But I mean, like, literally, they just kept on calling her until they got out. And she was like, oh, I'm popular tonight. She played it off very cool. But Cirie's not stupid. She knows they're coming for her next, right? And so she's got to be very careful right now. Which, can we just talk about Miss Felicia for a second? So now Miss Felicia has a final 2. With, who was I thinking that? I'll tell you who, for some reason last night, I think it was, so, okay, anyway, Corey wins head of household. He nominates Jared and, who does he nominate next to Jared? Why can I not remember? He nominates Jared and Blue, okay? Which I thought was an interesting twist. I think that what was going to happen was, if Blue won POV, he was going to put Sharia next to him. That wasn't really shown on the show, but I think they've talked about it. I don't know about that. I mean, literally, they are nonstop talking about game today because Cam and Jared came back into the house as zombies. And so they know what's going on now, that one of them is going to re-enter the house. So it's constantly like, well, if this person re-enters, if that person re-enters, if this person re-enters, and all kind of stuff, right? And Felicia's still talking about who she's going to put up if she got head of household. I'm like, Felicia, you are so behind on this game. Felicia would be nowhere in this game if she had not been handheld by Cirie Fields to get to where she's got. She literally would have been kicked out in week 2 or 3. So she should be extremely thankful for Cirie and Jared and the fact that they had her ass for so long. You know, and she wants to talk about how loyal she is to Mimi and stuff. I'm like, literally, you turned on these people, okay? Like, literally, you turned on these people, you know? And so she's like, well, Cirie voted for Izzy. I'm like, she gave her 1 vote. She knew that Izzy was going to be completely thrown out of the house. And Cirie even explains that to Bowie last night and says, the reason why I gave Jared a vote, the reason why I gave Izzy a vote, the reason why I do that is because if I know it's going to be a clean sweep, I think it's a nice gesture so they don't go out 10-0, right? Which I thought it was kind of interesting that Bowie Jane, who's like, oh, really? Good day, Julie. I do kind of like Bowie Jane. She's like real sweet, but she's dumb as a box of rocks, honestly. Because I would have looked at Cirie and I would have been like, oh, that's interesting because Cameron went out 10-1. So, or 10-0. So, where was your sympathy vote for Cameron? And then Cirie would have been like, because every time they clock Cirie, she just has this big sunglasses on. She's like, have they not figured out yet that that's why she wears the sunglasses? Is because she doesn't want people to read her eyes? I live for it. She is so smart, right? And I think this is the thing. if they don't get her out soon, and I hope they don't because I love Suri, I think she might fucking win this whole thing, right? Like, I think they were playing this so stupid. Like, I mean, they don't realize that because Jared can win physical comps, but Suri is a bigger threat because she can manipulate people, right? Like, it's not really about who wins the head of household and all the veto. It's really about who can manipulate people in the house. Like, that's really the ultimate game of Big Brother, you know? So, Corey puts up Jared and Blue, which I thought was interesting. And I think maybe the plan was if Blue took herself down or Jared took himself down, then they would put up Suri. And I thought, like, Jared, if you fight for this POV, it was interesting because I thought this is a really interesting POV. Because if Jared fights it and wins it and he takes himself down, then Suri would go home. And, you know, I had said that I thought she was going to make some kind of statement. I'm really thankful now knowing that they're coming back in the house. And this is where Suri's smart because she doesn't know what's going to happen next, right? This is where Suri, she didn't say anything. She acted like he wasn't her son. She didn't say anything about it. I was like, okay, that was smart, because I was hoping you'd say something, but now I'm glad you didn't, you know? So, first of all, I just want to say, I think Blue is a gorgeous girl, and her hair is always fun, and her outfits and stuff. I love that she's like, I got more outfits to show, right? And I think she's real cute. She's super, super loyal to people, but like almost to the point where she's like so emotional. I'm like, girl, this is literally a game, right? And I know y'all are getting close and your feelings are getting hurt and stuff like that, but you gotta pull in the game mode a little bit, like, right? But last night, like, she and Suri had a really touching moment when Jared got kicked out. Because Blue knows that Suri is his mom. Suri, it's obvious that Jared and Blue are in a relationship, right? And so to see this mother and girlfriend of her son hugging it out and crying, and I was like, you need to take her into another room, and you need to do a final two with her. Because nobody will ever talk about who their final twos are, right? I was like, you and Blue would make a fantastic final two, because they're already coming for you guys anyway. So then all you have to do is each of you manipulate other sides of the house, and you guys can take this whole house and take it to the final two, and then whoever wins, wins, right? Like, I think Suri wants to win the money, but I don't think if she doesn't win the money, she'll be upset about it. Like, I think that's kind of how she is. I think she's just excited kind of to play the game. So, Jared gets kicked out. It's like 8-1, I think, is the vote, because it was really sweet too. Like, Suri was like, I can't do it. She was like, I have to vote for Blue, or she says, I vote for Blue, or whatever. So then Jared gets kicked out, and then Julie tells Cameron and Jared that they're both going to be zombies and they're going to come back in the house, okay? So, let me read to you the article that I found, because I'm like literally like scouring what's the account that I look at? Hold on a second. I just retweeted something there, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Hold on a second. The account, because they're on TikTok and they're trying to build their TikTok, and they are 300 away from 1,000. So if you want to go follow them on TikTok, they are Big Brother Live Updates, and their @ is BB Live Updaters, okay, on Twitter. And this is who I mean, it's literally them, and then look, Christmas, Halloween, that's all I tweet out. So anyway, and so I'm like reading it through, and it's constant game talk. And then all of a sudden I notice it's like, well, Jared said this, or Jag is trying to teach Cam how to win comps. And I'm like, well, Jag, you're a good comp player, but I think that Cameron's won more comps than you. And so it's like all this game talk. They're all day, the whole day is all game talk, because they're all threatened that Jared and Cameron came back in the house, right? And it's like Jared said this and Cam said this. And I thought, oh, this is interesting because there's zombies in the house. Now, this is what I thought they were going to do. And I actually thought this would be really smart, right? That Jared and Cameron would be allowed to come back in the house for a week, and on Thursday they would compete to see which one was going to come back into the house. But I thought because they were zombies and they were having to play dead, I thought the twist might be that they were not allowed to talk to anybody, that they had to act as zombies. So they couldn't talk game, they couldn't interact with anybody, they couldn't say anything about what they knew or anything like that. They literally could not talk to anybody. And if the cameras or anybody in the house figured out that they talked to somebody, then that person that talked would be eliminated immediately, and the other person would be brought back into the house immediately. I think that would have been a better zombie game, and then they could have still had the competition if both of them made it to Thursday, and if not, then they could have done a head of household on Thursday. So they just brought them back in the house and called them zombies because they're resurrected and then they're going to do some challenge. Why didn't you just do the challenge on Thursday night or Sunday and then have them come back into the house, okay? Because you're trying to drag this out to be the longest season in the entire world, right? Because we thought that we were at the halfway mark where everybody was going to go into the jury from now on. Then you reduced it to 7 people in the jury. Then we're almost down to the jury, okay? And then you bring somebody back into the house, which means we're just prolonging the inevitable of getting to the jury when everybody's worried about getting to the jury house, you know? I don't know, and a lot of them like have financial struggles, but like when Cameron was saying like I'm a single dad, you know, I have a daughter or whatever, like I just want to go to the jury house because they get paid for each week that they're in the house. Like that kind of made me like, I don't know, that kind of made me like Cameron a little bit more, that was his thought process. And if that was manipulative, it was manipulative, right? But that's what I thought was going to happen. But this is, so I found this article, and hold on a second, and this is on, darn it, where is this at? Okay, so this is on Parade, and this is about the twist. This ad keeps on coming up, and I can't see past the ad. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. Here's everything you need to know about the zombie twist on Big Brother 25. Okay, it talks about they hit the halfway. What is the zombie twist? The Big Brother zombie twist was introduced during the double eviction episode on September 21st. At the end of the hour, it was explained that the 2 evicted house guests would re-enter the house for the next week. At the end of 7 days, one would get the chance to resurrect their game, while the other would be eliminated for good. And then it talks about Cameron and Jared being the 2 people. How will the BB zombie twist work on Big Brother 25? At the time of publication, the actual format of the BB zombie twist has not been formalized to the audience, okay? And this is why I was trying so hard to find out what was going on. However, from picking up what Cameron, Jared, and the house guests have been told, it seems like it will involve a competition played by one of the zombies next Thursday. If that person wins, they re-enter the game. If they lose, the other person re-enters. Additionally, there seem to be some other competitions peppered throughout the week to determine who will be the one playing in the final challenge. How does the BB zombie twist affect the upcoming episodes of Big Brother? Greatly. This upcoming week will not have any of the conventions of a normal week of Big Brother. There will be no head of household, nominees, veto, winner, or even eviction. Instead, the Sunday episode will feature Cameron and Jared's return to the house and everybody's reactions. The typical Wednesday episode has been eliminated due to the return of Survivor and The Amazing Race. That comes, yeah. And that's next Wednesday, so I'll be covering that as well. And the Thursday episode will feature at least some of these competitions Cameron and Jared will be taking in as well. Girl, I would have loved to have seen them try to stay silent in a house full of fools, okay? Like, that would have been the ultimate competition. That they're zombies, they can't talk, okay? I watched The Walking Dead. I'm obsessed with The Walking Dead. Well, I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead right now. I'm obsessed with The Walking Dead universe, okay? If they would have had to have stayed silent and shut their mouths through the whole week, that would have been the ultimate competition that I would like to watch. So, who will we enter the game on Big Brother? Check back in this section. Well, I mean, how would you know? We're a week out, right? Why would you even include that section? So anyway, that's where we're at with all of it. It's going to be a real exciting week of zombies. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching this channel. I'm having so much fun over here. And tomorrow I will be talking about love after lockup. And I also have some housewives drama. So I might make 2 videos tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you then. Bye.